Out by the trees. Angel didn't know how long he could leave the girl in the trunk. He wasn't out of California yet, but already it was bothering him. Highway 120 through Modesto, then Yosemite, the big trees. Past Mono Lake, stark and dead, like a moonscape as the sun came up. No sound. On a road that was closed in winter, his old blue Ford not taking the turns well. The hilly curves rumbling with the throb of the V8. He was supposed to take the back roads, in case there was a problem with the girl. Angel wondered how she was doing back there. He saw a building in the distance, a small gas and grocery where the road that was closed in winter met up with a bigger road, Highway 6. A thinner red line on his map, Angel having to squint to see it right. He was tired. His head hurt. He popped 2 more white pills from the baggie under the seat, swallowed them, forcing them down with almost no spit. The pills made his mouth dry. The store just starting to open up, a little place made of gray wood, faded metal pop signs from a long time ago, before he came to the U.S. Still a boy. This place was like some American TV show in the 50s, how they used to live, he imagined. He had this picture of what it used to be like for them, and this store and gas station, this was part of it. No police at the door in the middle of the night. No being thrown around on a little boat trying to get away. He pulled the Ford into the station up to a pump, let the engine die. He could hear birds in the trees. A middle-aged man in a plaid shirt and dungarees came out, started unlocking the pumps. Watching Angel out of the corner of his eye, wary of a big Latino in a leather jacket who needed sleep and a bath. The man came around the Ford, wiping his hands on a rag, checking Angel out as he peered into the driver's window. What'll it be? Angel saw him notice the beer cans on the floor. He didn't know they did this anymore, came over to gas it up, like him leave it to Beaver. I'll get it, Angel said. He didn't want the man near the trunk. Suit yourself, the man said, walking off, going inside the store. The screen door banged shut behind him. Angel got out, legs creaking. He gassed up the car, the tank gurgling in the early morning, wondering for one crazy moment if she wasn't still alive. The gas nozzle clicked off and he topped it off. But still, no sound from the trunk. He was supposed to leave her in there until he got to the ranch. She'd be all right, they said. Angel looked at the store. The man in the plaid shirt was watching him through the screen door, like Angel was going to run off with a tank of gas. Angel went over to the store, getting his wallet out, let the man know he was going to pay him. The man backed away from the door and back into the store. When Angel went in, he was putting loaves of bread on wooden shelves. Angel bought 6 packs of Pabst, 1 of Pepsi, a loaf of bread, bologna, chips, Hostess cupcakes, a pack of cheese, the slices individually wrapped, a roll of toilet paper that cost over $1. You got any milk? Yes, the man said, still not friendly, pointing at the cooler, back where you were. Angel looked again. There was chocolate milk in the cooler, so he got that. He scooped some candy onto the counter as he dumped the items by the register. Let the man put everything in a bag for him. Sweet tooth, huh? The man trying to be friendly now that he saw Angel coming out with a wedge of 20s. Not some Mexican with no money. I do. Angel felt like going back to the Ford, getting the .38 from the sock hanging under the dash, scare the TV show American half to death. He went back to the car, cleaned out the beer cans, dumping them in a 55-gallon drum by the pumps. Still no sound from the back. Taking more pills from the baggie under the seat, he drove out Highway 6 to a point where there were still trees and a dirt road to the south. Soon it would be desert and no trees at all. He pulled off onto the dirt road, the Ford not liking it, bouncing around. He found a place where there was a clearing, an old picnic table, and an old mattress and lots of garbage. Angel stopped, got out of the car, waited, listening to the quiet. He went round to the trunk, unlocked it. She was rolled up in a little ball. Her knees were up to her chest. She was hugging them with her hands duct taped together. Her ankles were taped too, and tape on her mouth. She had little green shorts with wild cartoon patterns. She looked at him, frozen, scared. Scared, but she was fighting it. He'd never seen a little girl be so brave, not even back where he came from. He carefully eased the tape back from her mouth, and she gasped like a fish. He got out his knife, slowly cut the tape from her ankles and wrists so as not to cut her. Pulled the tape off slowly so it wouldn't hurt. She let him, not saying anything, not resisting. He went back to the front of the car, got the roll of toilet paper from the sack. When he returned, she was sitting up, blinking. Next to her was a bag of her things, a white and black fluffy pig sticking out. He helped her out. She was light. He sat her on the rear bumper, let her put her white sneakers on, the ones with no laces. He dusted her off with his big rough hands. She stood wobbly from her time in the trunk. He handed her the roll of toilet paper and she took it, held it with both hands, unsure of what to do. "There's a bush over there," he said. "Don't go so far, I don't know where you are." She stared at him, not blinking. "When you get back, I got some things for you to eat." She nodded quickly. "Where's my mom?" "She's waiting for you." She went off into the bushes while he smoked a cigarette and watched her shadow, making sure she didn't take off. Then she came wrestling back. She stared at the picnic table, at the loaf of bread he'd laid out, at the cold cuts and cheese and chocolate milk and candy. "Go ahead," he said, lighting up another cigarette and popping a beer. "Am I going back in there?" she said, nodding at the trunk, still open. He could see her shaking, trying not to. "No." "Promise?" "Yes." "Are we really going to see my mom?" "Yes." And now he meant it. She nodded and walked up to the bench. He sauntered over to the Ford, shut the trunk so it wouldn't be an issue. When he came back, she was gulping down chocolate milk like a drain. He drank his beer while she piled bologna onto a slice of bread, stopping to eat one piece folded up before she continued. Then she put slices of cheese on top of the meat and another slice of white flannel bread on top of that. It was 2 inches thick, but she held it with both hands and attacked it with a hunger he hadn't seen since he was a boy in his own country.